Mabuhay. This is Bob from Love Beyond the Sea. I'm going to read a comment from a earlier video I made called "A Filipina's Family Might Be More Important Than Her Husband to Her." And as you can see there, somebody is responding to this on TikTok. And please subscribe here to my channel about marriage to a woman from the Philippines. It's been almost 9 years for us. And they say there, I don't think it's true unless she married just for dollars. Just because you get married doesn't mean that she stops loving her family. Some men just want all the attention and are jealous. And so that's what I'm going to be talking about here today in this video called Attention All Men. Your Filipina wife might not always give it to you. And when I say give it to you, I'm talking about attention. And so I can see where a man from another country marrying a woman from the Philippines could get her over to be with him, and there could be a lot of expectations of spending time together, and maybe being really surprised that this woman may, still spend significant time on her phone with her family, like through Facebook or some other chat app that she is used to using, like Messenger. And excuse me, I can tell you that that's going to likely be the case. You don't make a move thousands of miles away from your dear family and get with a guy that's still, for now, relatively a stranger in many ways, and just forget about them. And I've said in videos in the past, and this would help with avoiding, hurt feelings and jealousy and not getting attention, is to give her some space. And I'll leave a comment here if you have any, comments about this topic, and you get your wife to you, and you've waited and waited, and now you kind of feel like you're not getting the attention that you were expecting. And I'm not saying that's a good feeling. It's not a good feeling. It's just something that may be realistic, and you should expect that. And hopefully, over time this wears off. Not saying you should feel, bad if this happens. You will. And so what can one do about this? Not getting the attention that he feels he deserves. Well, the first thing that comes to mind is just be realistic with what your expectations are for her. If your expectation is, and you really haven't even verbalized it, well, for now, we're going to be spending all our time together, all our time. I'll show you this, I'll show you that, I'll show you the other thing. We'll go here and there and get you up to speed. Well, that's not a bad idea, except it could be overwhelming to her, who needs some time to get used to this new situation. And if you play it right, I think you should get the attention that you want later on. But I think it's important to not spoil that environment by being overly hard and critical on her if initially it seems like she's not giving you that attention. Or maybe you're thinking, oh, here we go, now it's going to be all about her family, and then they're going to be sending some money back. And again, as I've said many times in previous videos, always talk, if she's that important to you to marry her, talk about this issue of family. And I think it's a good idea to be willing to help her out, meaning her family. You're going to help her out because that's your wife. But part of it to her is to help her mother and father especially. You can say no to nieces and nephews and siblings if you want. The main thing for her, in my experience, is the mother and the father. But you might feel that you're not getting the attention that you need early on. Just realize, try to put yourself in her shoes, which is really impossible, because most men cannot relate to what she is going through. So try not to put too much pressure on her initially. to give you the attention that you've probably been anticipating all the while you go through the visa wait. Can somebody else relate to this about, not getting the attention they need and maybe leading to some jealousy of her family or friends that she has left? So I try to be very practical here on this channel and tell you what I've learned, to try to help men if they should look to marry a woman from the Philippines. It's not all a bed of roses. There's no woman from anywhere out there that is a perfect win-win situation from day one. As most things, you're going to have to earn respect, and things are going to have to be built one day at a time, one brick at a time. And it's the same way with finding love beyond the sea.